Welcome to the Duo Athlete Podcast.
We're Shayna and Frank, a couple of athletes balancing training, racing, work, and life.
This is where we talk about the honest version of endurance sports, biking, running, relationships, and everything that happens between the workouts.
Bike, run, real life.
Let's get started. We'll start by asking, how has your training been going?
You could always do more, and
We always think you can do more.
I feel like I'm doing pretty well with it. I mean, I'm keeping up on I like the weightlifting that you've added to my training. I can tell a difference there.
Yeah.
Just looking at myself, I can tell it's doing something, and actually just walking around work, I can tell it's doing something. So
Really?
yeah, I appreciate that. I had the stuff at home, but I didn't use it. So getting up and going to the gym and being there with all the other people doing stuff is definitely motivating. And the app that you're using makes it easy. I can look at it and see, because I forget how to do the things because I'm not a weightlifter, bodybuilder kind of guy, but I can actually look at it and see how they do it. And
Right.
yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, there is something about having to get up and go somewhere that kind of adds to your routine instead of getting up and then fiddling around the house and not actually committing to the routine, which I know plenty of people that have home gyms and they can do that and they can make it work for them and they get into a routine and a habit, but I always find it somehow easier to commit to going somewhere. And then you have all the equipment available. So
Yeah, I think when you have it at home and you just tell yourself you can do it whenever, then you don't put it on the calendar or the daily, checklist,
you don't make it a priority.
and then you hang clothes on it and you keep telling yourself, like, I get to that. I mean, we'll find out because we're talking about buying a treadmill. I mean, we have the trainers, we use those obviously, but
yeah, we do use the trainers a lot.
just having somebody that gets up also
Yeah.
is huge, because I've been telling you for months now on our Mondays and Fridays rest days that I want to continue getting up at 5 and, get to the pool. And I've not done it yet. It's hard to get out of bed when someone else is not. So
Right.
that's definitely huge. Having someone else getting up and meeting you at the gym, and the expectations of, I would feel bad if, somebody's going to get sick or something one of these days, and like someone's going to have to go there. I can't go at the gym by myself, obviously, because I don't have
Yeah, you're on my
I'm
membership.
on your
I mean, we
membership.
can fix that.
Yeah, I've been doing the thing where I sign in and it says your guest pass is expired, and I just kind of stare at it for 15 seconds and let it time out and then hand the thing back, because I mean, we don't have that much time in the morning, and I don't really want to deal with whatever it's going to take to renew it, and it's fine. Like, you're paying for it, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I have the extras on the gym membership, so I can bring in a person whenever I feel like as a guest pass. They probably didn't mean for that to turn into a couples membership, but I mean, if you're going to offer it, then I'm going to take advantage of it.
What is it meant for? For someone to just go a couple times and then decide they want to join?
I don't know, bring your friends along or something and probably to get somebody else to sign up for a membership. But anyway, we're off on a side tangent.
No, we're talking about getting up and working out. Now, I was going to ask you something. Like, I have this thought every now and then, like, what you've set up for us is working, obviously. But sometimes when we're walking to the bench and we're using the free weights, the dumbbells,
Yeah.
and then we're walking back over to the kettlebells,
Yeah.
and then we're just holding on to weights or kettlebells, and then we're doing like the calf raises, and then like we use the pull machine, where you can pull the lat pulls or the tricep, and like I literally did have all that stuff here. And like, well, I think about it when we're walking back and forth, we're walking between all these really cool machines, and I was like, I want to try this cool stuff. I'm sure we're going to get to it, but I don't think you like using those. Like, I don't even know what they're called. What are they called? Like the weird things where you can stick your knees in there and squeeze them and push it out. And
that circuit that they have set up. It's like a 30-minute burn.
Yeah, it seems like there's
circuit.
50 different machines in there that you can do different things on.
Yeah, no, I just don't really like machines, but you've seen a couple times where machines don't really fit me.
Oh, yeah.
I can't really get an adjustment on a machine. I'm too short for them.
That. I mean, that should be obvious. Like, is that why you Is that why you never used them, or is it when you were like bodybuilding did?
I was a
Like,
power lifter, actually.
okay, so
Don't get it
powerlifting.
mixed up.
So is it powerlifters don't use those?
No, they do. Yeah, no, for sure. Did a bunch of accessories all the
Okay.
time.
So,
I just don't find them relevant right now for what we're doing.
okay.
I mean, if you wanted to get in and do like a 30-minute circuit and just go around and like do like a leg burn and just do all the leg machines that they have set up, you can do that. We're just more doing what I feel like is like dynamic, I guess. I mean, I'm not a certified strength trainer, so excuse any terminology that might be off. But we're doing like step ups and stuff instead of doing the like leg raises, and like I've added some hamstring things in.
Let's do the mirror thing real quick. So, what in my mind, what I'm thinking is, you set up exercises where we have to balance also, and we have to use all the stabilizer muscles and fire while we're doing the main
Yeah,
workout. So if you're using one of those machines, you're just static up
You're-
against something,
yeah,
and you're not getting that extra stabilizer type workout.
basically, yeah. Those machines are good for isolation though. If you have a weak point, or you know something is imbalanced, or you're trying to round out like a routine, but you don't have to use them when you're gonna fire all those muscles doing a squat, like a literal front squat, or a back squat, or a deadlift, or a farmer's carry, or any of the other things that we're doing. Like, yeah, you're gonna get all those muscles fired up. I mean, if you start to notice something that's getting weak, or you're starting to notice like imbalances, or you get to a plateau point, like you get to a sticking point, you can do accessory training. I mean, I would think, but for now, especially because no, we haven't been doing this that long. Like going to the gym, we started that last month.
Yeah, we only got like a half hour really by the time we get in there and change and get out and do a warm up.
Yeah, and then we
The
have to turn
main-
around and like
The
get to
meat
work.
of the workout is a half hour at the
Yeah.
most.
So trying to do like the biggest movements, the biggest compound movements that are going to build strength that we can. Because I mean, you could talk all day about strength training and accessories and the machines, and basically my goal was to just make us stronger and more durable while we're running and biking. So I'm looking for either big compound movements, or like Thursdays we have set up for more of a dynamic balancing, just like stability type exercises. So that's why it's set up like that. If you had an hour and a half in the gym every day, like actual bodybuilders spend hours in the gym, like, yeah, they will hit every little tiny muscle.
Yeah.
But that's on purpose.
Well, that's why I love how your brain works, because there's nothing random. I mean, you put a lot of thought into maximizing the time that we have
Yeah.
and making it match what we're actually going to be doing in these events. And it's working out.
Yeah. You feel
But
stronger?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of thing that we're talking about is going to maybe help somebody who doesn't have that much time, but wants to be a better runner, or, have better balance. And like when you're running trail, you definitely need some balance, and you need those stabilizer muscles to be working, or you're going to get a cramp, or you're going to pull something, or
Yeah, you're going to get ate up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's structured like that. And the other thing is too, like, I put the biggest movements on the top of the app, basically. We use the Heavy app, HEVY. Nobody sponsors this podcast, so.
No, it's super easy to use.
Yeah, we're
even
just
for
talking
someone
about
who-
the stuff that we use as normal athletes. So I
Not
put the
yet.
stuff
Not
that.
yet anyway.
What?
Not yet anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Not yet. So the stuff that we use the most, or the stuff that we need to do, most important, goes on the top of the list. And then it kind of trickles down. So that's good for habit building also. If you want to talk about how a training plan is set up, like, it is a fight, at least for me, to build a habit. So some of the gym sessions are just like I showed up and I did a couple exercises and then I left and went to work, and that was still a win because I showed up.
Absolutely.
And that's literally consistency, showing up, and you build the habit and it's not so much work to go to the gym week after week when you just kind of make it part of your routine. But man, it is a fight to try to change your sleep schedule and get up early and get to the gym and like wrap your head around all the things that need to be in your duffel bag and your lunch. At least for me, because I have to have my backpack and my lunch and my duffel bag and
Yeah.
we've don't forget your badge and
we've been struggling with the sleep schedule as a couple
yeah,
a little bit because
we're both night owls.
you're
naturally.
putting up a boundary and you're drawing a line and you're like, I got to get to bed early,
Yeah.
earlier than this. Like I like to keep doing the things that we're doing. I need 7, 8 hours of sleep. Right?
I'm literally like 8 at minimum.
And I've always been used to, like, I've been known to be getting up at 5 and posting swims.
Right.
And then people commenting, like, you were on Facebook at 1 a.m. Like, how are you doing that? And I don't really know.
Yeah. Or you do a run at like 9. You used to do a run at like super late at night and then go to bed and then get up and swim. But then, I don't know, I think me and a couple of your friends convinced you to get a Whoop band and start tracking your sleep and recovery and your sleep debt, and you kind of started to see what that fatigue was doing to you, and you kind of quit doing that also.
Yeah, I forget about that sometimes because I felt like I was doing okay back then.
You're doing all the things
but I wasn't doing the events that I am now and doing as well. So
correct.
Yeah, getting a good sleep and recovering is definitely important. And you can tell when you don't. I mean, obviously, if you're turning in 4 hours on your Whoop band, it's like, bro.
Yeah. Garmin will be like, that was shit sleep, actually.
Yeah, but
HRV,
I mean, you can't look
trash.
at that thing on a race day because you don't sleep the night before a race, and if you look at it and it's in the red, it's just gonna. You either have to look at it and know that it doesn't matter,
or just don't look at it. It doesn't matter, and don't look at it. It doesn't matter, and don't look at it, because somehow if you look at it, it will matter. Like, you gotta love data, right? Like, we want all the data. We want to know what all of the data points are, and then we turn around and be like, it doesn't matter. Actually, I don't care.
I didn't used to be that way, and I'm like kind of dragging my claws and heels in a little bit on the way to being a data nerd, with the power meter and the VO2 and, the recovery scores and, stop drinking that, beer, that Negro Modelo after the group rides that I don't even really like the beer, but it tastes amazing because it's cold.
I know, but it ruins your sleep.
And then the next day you're like, what the hell happened to my recovery because of that one beer, really?
One single drink. It'll get you.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've actually had to have a discussion and make a plan between, like, okay, I need a night where you can go to bed and I can stay up and get some stuff done. Like, we talked about that recently because, with the running and the cycling and everything we're doing, I'm moving in together recently.
Yeah, and you have house projects you're trying to get done.
Yeah, my free time to get all these things done and work on bikes and do just weird stuff or sit down and read a book or just relax is, kind of disappeared a little bit. So, yeah, and I don't really like not going to bed at the same time because I just don't like it. And, trying to crawl into bed and waking you up at midnight is not a good thing either.
No, it's
so,
not.
Like we talked about, I guess, we say Thursday I can do that because it's group ride night, so it's late getting home anyway sometimes, and we don't have to get
rest
up.
Day.
Yeah, there's no getting up at 5 the next day. It's regular rest day. So
yeah,
if I wanted to, I can stay up till midnight and work on your bike or my bike or whatever, or work on the, editing the next podcast. And
whatever it is.
You have to talk about things and compromise, and that's part of being in a relationship and, communication.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, that's how we try to come up with the training plan. We talk about the training plan like it's just a thing we came up with, but I mean, I kind of had to nudge you off of the Wednesday group ride because we need to run more if we're going to do the duathlon. Like, you're kind of done with your big major events like your what you would consider important A race events. It's not like you don't have another big event to do, but it's not as high on your priority list. So, yeah, I'm trying to coax you into like, well, we need to
Which one's not high on the priority list? Leadville?
Leadville.
Yeah, we just get up and do that whenever, right?
It's whatever. You're not gonna go out there and acclimate either. You're gonna drive out there and you're just gonna do it, and then you're gonna come back home.
I want to try that, yeah, because
was
it's
your
too damn
thing.
expensive to do that, and I've done
That
it
too.
how many times now? I don't even remember.
A bunch. I mean, yeah, flights have been. That's a whole other side topic. Anyway, the plan is you need to run more. So you gotta give and take a little bit. Like we determined that strength training is extremely important for both running and riding. So that needs to stay put like the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we can get up and go to the gym for the rest of our lives. I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
if that's what I mean, it'd be good for us, and
right.
it just extends the work day a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But so when you were deciding what day that I was going to give up cycling and run with you, how did that go? What was the process there?
I mean, I wasn't really deciding it. There was this, I could pretty well clock your 3 group rides. I mean, there's a group ride every night of the week, and you like to go to a group ride every night of the week. So you have to run like one night a week. And it's a process of elimination if Monday's a rest day. Because
Monday's a rest day.
You have
There's no group ride on Monday, actually.
I'm sure you could find one. I bet you could find one.
There's someone's riding, yeah.
Someone's riding. Someone is on Discord, and they're like, hey, anyone want to ride? So Monday's a rest day, and Friday's normally a rest day, unless we have something going on.
Katza, don't bump the mic.
I know, you're going to make so much racket.
He's fine.
Don't chew on these either. Because you're a raccoon. What are you doing?
Trying to find a warm spot.
I keep bumping your head. Well, lay down. We're going to have to cut this out.
Nope. He's part of this podcast.
Okay, well, if anyone's listening to the MP3, there's a black and white cow cat called Baxter. And he was sleeping on the armrest. But then he decided to crawl over here and lay in my lap. So all that mic noise you heard was the cat crawling onto my
I didn't
lap.
even hear it.
Well, you didn't hear it, but I heard it in my ears. So
Okay.
I know that he made noise, and now I have to tie up these headphones I'm listening to my own voice in because he will chew on them because he's a rat. Anything little rubber, things like that he likes to chew on. Ask your headphones how they know.
Yeah. There's a spot on there. Chewed spot.
So, I don't know. I lost my whole train of
So
thought.
Monday's a rest day. You were deciding
Yeah, Monday's a rest day.
process of elimination, which group ride I needed to give up, or we needed to give up. I mean, you used to do the Wednesday ride also.
I know, but I've been running on Wednesdays for like a year now.
So you didn't really decide. You're just like, he's going to run the same day I am if he wants to run with me.
Well, you like your Tuesday 40s with the boys,
With the boys.
the Tuesday night worlds or whatever you guys want to call it in any given week.
I like those guys a lot.
Yeah, sometimes it's just Tuesday chillax and a deload week. I don't know. That's what you guys did last week. We're real chill.
Yeah, everybody was had
Everyone's
something
tired.
going on, and like we needed, and we really didn't. I mean, we still rode pretty hard, and
I know.
I was telling one of the guys like when a cyclist says he's not feeling good and he's not going to ride that hard, it might as well be a politician or promising something because
for real.
it's a
Someone's
lie.
going to attack the hill. Yeah, Wednesday's gravel group and Thursday's mountain bike group. Well, it wouldn't make any sense to eliminate a mountain bike group ride if you're training for a mountain bike event. And I've been trying to make it to more of those this year. So, yeah, unless you wanted to run on like a Friday, it's got to be Wednesday.
Oh, so running on Friday's an option.
Friday's normally a rest day. I don't know. I work better with 2 rest days.
It seems to be working out for me too. I mean, I definitely will miss eventually, or have the gravel group because it's fun and seeing different people and but it's part of it. When you want to train for something else, you have to let go of something, right?
Yeah, you got to do something. I mean, and it's only everything is temporary, right? So you're just giving it up for until September, and then
Yeah, which seems like it's like 8 months away,
But
but
it's not.
it's not at
It's
all.
really not.
Like, what did you say? Something, how many weeks to Leadville? And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I think I said 8 the other day. I think it was 8 weeks to Leadville. It's June. It's summer.
Maybe I should put that bike together that I'm going to race Leadville on.
Yeah, you probably should do that. It's June, and then you have July, and then Leadville's in August, and then Marji's in September.
Yeah, so if I take how many hours I actually have per week to get stuff ready, it's probably like 6 hours between now and Leadville to get
Probably,
it all done.
which is plenty of time
Yeah, of course.
to put a bike together, at least for you. So,
Yeah, so I think the training plan is working, and you're going to, like, are you going to increase our mileage for the runs like we did for the 50K? Like, you haven't really talked about. I just kind of do I'd ask you what we're doing. How much flow should I put in the pack today? Are we doing an hour, 2 hour? But I'm sure we're going to start ramping up.
yeah, there's gonna be a build. I was just trying to do so when you go to add in, like we added in 3 strength training sessions to the week. When you add in something like that, you kind of have to take away volume from something else, or you just end up like really trashed, and that doesn't help trying to build habits. So I kind of capped the runs. Like we're just doing like hour-long runs on Wednesdays, and then I think I just capped the long runs at like 2 hours. That's long enough. Like 2 hours, it's like that's long enough. Like I think 2 hours is fun. Like that's a nice long run. It's 2 hours. But I mean, the last couple of times we did a long run, like my hamstrings were literally still sore from a weight training session we did 4 days before that. So yeah, you have to reduce it a little bit, and it's kind of perfect timing to kind of peel back on a couple of the long rides and long runs, and then add in strength training, and then you start your build again. So yeah, we will slowly start building up running time on feet, because that's what's really going to matter for Marji is like time on feet. It's not going to be so much mileage as it is just time. And then trying to add in some elevation. So I have to get creative in this kind of flat area that we live, like we did the other weekend, where we did a lap at Scales, but the bigger, more steep hills, I guess, we did repeats on them to add some vert into the run. I think that would work. That's basically Marji's course, right? It's all punchy hills. It's not like there's any Columbine like climbs out there. There's no like 20-minute grueling, grind it out, get your poles out kind of climbs. Like it's all like punch.
I mean, there's a few, with your hands on the ground, crawling up, climbing up hills, but
yeah, like right, but there isn't nothing where you need to go find a 20-minute hill and just
because I've only seen 10-20% of it, but we watched the
we watched some like YouTube. I've looked at the course. I've looked at the course profile, and it's jagged.
Yeah.
Like it's 11,000 feet, but it's like, what do people like to say? Like death by 1,000 paper cuts or something. Like it's like, it is just the most jagged course profile ever. You're just going up a steep incline and then like right back down again.
I enjoy the hill repeats we're doing on Wednesdays because we've been doing that for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Especially last week when we ran up the steep hill and the stairs and the running diagonal. And we could talk about my Janji shorts that I bought that I don't know if I really want to wear, but yeah, they are short and they are split all the way up the side somehow.
They are, yeah.
The wind was blowing and I was half naked out there.
Yeah.
And a little self-conscious, but
I don't know. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I guess, yeah, if you're going to talk about gear really fast, like...
Just talk about gear.
Talk about gear. You got brand new Janji shorts, 3-inch with a liner. And they are split.
And why did I buy Janji shorts?
What?
Why did I buy Janji shorts?
I don't know, because I hear about Janji shorts on the Everyday Ultra podcast I'm obsessed with.
Joe talks about them.
Joe.
And then you bought some stuff, and you're like, this is really nice.
It is really nice stuff.
And I was chafing every now and then and just running in weird gym shorts and whatever.
Yeah,
And,
weird Amazon gym shorts. Yeah.
and they're kind of heavy. And
Yeah. You were not soaked in sweat when you were done.
no,
Yeah.
they were nice, but
I think you get used to them.
well, when I see the ultras on videos of the guys running, this seems like they have the short, kind of flowy, barely there
Right.
shorts, and it seems like it's nice, because it's always hot.
Right. Well,
And
yeah.
So
You get a lot of footage of guys that running out in the desert too, and like, not enough people talk about humidity.
yeah,
Like it's humid here. We're running basically, we're just breathing water like fish.
corn sweat.
Yeah, it's so humid, and like you get a couple of days a year where it's like not humid, or if a tornado comes through and then it's like not humid the next day, like today, there's a bunch of tornado damage. But you know what? It's not hot today.
It's not.
It's not hot. It's not humid. It was beautiful.
Had the windows open, cats in the window.
Yeah, you just have to get all your trees ripped up out of the ground. Anyway, so yeah, you weren't very sweaty, and they seemed comfy. And if your thighs don't rub together, I mean, we're runners, so we're gonna have to talk about this. Like, if your thighs don't rub together, then you can get some pretty short shorts, and run like that. I can't wear shorts like that. Like, I have to wear like 6 or 7 inch inseam shorts because I just have big thighs and they just rub together. So like whatever, I'm just gonna work with it.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, sometimes I don't know where to land in between. You know what? Who cares what I look like? Who cares what I'm wearing? No one's paying attention to me. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
And then,
nobody cares.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you want to be.
I mean, but nobody really does
also,
care.
when my entire all the way up to my hip bone is showing, then you're like, does anybody really want to see this? Like,
Who cares?
I could wear some different shorts, and I wanted to take my shirt off and run a little bit, but then I was like, no, I can't do that. I might as well be completely naked out here running. Like, it was super windy that day too.
It was really windy. It was really windy. So yeah, your shorts were blowing around. I don't know.
Naked guy streaking up this grass hill.
I feel like if you're comfortable in what you were wearing, like physically comfortable, not emotionally comfortable with what
I
you're
can
wearing.
detach from reality pretty well and like not paying attention to what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
I just don't want to disgust anybody.
But who cares what they think? This is what women go through all the time.
Yeah.
This is literally what women go through. Like, well, someone's looking at. Stop. Who cares? Are you comfortable? Does it fit?
Well, you hesitated to
I do
take
hesitate.
your t-shirt off and just run your sports bra.
I know. I have the same issue. I should just be able to run in a sports bra and my John G shorts without feeling self-conscious about it because it's comfortable for me, and I'm not going to be cited for indecent exposure. And yet somehow I'm still like, oh, you're scantily clad and someone's judging you. Like, who cares?
Yeah, we could go on a whole rant about body positivity.
We really could, but you have to, the rule just has to be that nobody actually cares that much about what you're wearing. That just has to be the rule. So then if you're comfortable, just wear it.
Yeah, I mean, you just figure out, like, if you see something that's odd when you're out and you look at it and you think about it for a half a second and you're like, oh, and then it's gone. Like, that's what everyone's doing, and no one's really caring.
Yeah, no, nobody. And I mean, if they do care, then they have their own internal process they need to go through if they care that much about what somebody else is wearing. So they have their own. Yeah.
So I'm really wondering why I love running uphill so much, and I think it's less impact, and I'm using quads and leg strength, and it feels easy. So when we're doing hill repeats, I feel like I could do it all day long.
Maybe you need to do twice as many repeats as me then, because I was tired at the end of our grassy
Well,
hill
I started
repeats.
letting you get a head start up the stairs and then seeing if I could catch you, and I was having fun with that. I'm like, I want to put out a challenge out there to somebody race me up those stairs, because I'm not sure if anybody can beat me.
Okay, that's what the the stairs at the old Lock and Dam in Newburgh. At that
I mean,
park.
I got these long legs, and I can literally take 2 at a time up the stairs.
So how does that play into your...
Is that our bedtime timer going off?
That was the 8 o'clock timer going off.
Yeah.
It'll be okay because I have prepared some of the things for tomorrow already.
Okay.
And we're only 30 minutes in. 30 minutes pre-edit. So it's probably not even 30 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to look at that timer because I'm gonna sit here and talk for...
I know, that's why we started a podcast, so we can just yap about things. But now I just lost my train of thought again.
The hills
Hill
and
repeats.
the stairs and the challenge.
Oh,
Bring it.
so your training plan for running. So if you think about doing Marji, and we're doing Marji together, like,
We're doing it together?
oh my God. No one told you that you weren't racing me? You have to race with me?
I mean, we did discuss, like, me getting ahead of you on the bike and then letting you catch me on the run because you're a better runner. But that probably won't happen. I'll probably stay with you the entire time.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I was going to ask you, like, how you felt about training when you basically, there's no way that you're training to your full potential.
On the bike?
Or the run. There's no way you're training to your full potential if you're just training with me all the time.
Like you said, we make sacrifices to do things that we want to do.
And so how do you think that's going to affect you on like race day? I guess if you're always running with
Marji
me.
race day or Leadville race day?
Marji, I guess. But if you are concerned about Leadville, then sure.
Well, I think actually slowing down the pace has allowed me to work on my mechanics of running, has allowed me to realize that I can run, I can do an ultra
Yeah.
if I slow down.
Yeah, zone 1.
If I slow down enough where I can actually fuel, because when you're running a 6:30 pace or on a 5K, you can't eat and drink. And
Yeah, no. You did have to learn, you have to learn the hard lesson that all endurance runners I think have to learn. It's like, oh, I don't have to go out here and go as hard as possible. Like I can actually just go out here and chill out and I can run for a lot longer if I just, it feels like, it almost feels wrong at first. If you're used to running like 5Ks, you're like, why am I going so slow? And then you're like, oh, I just ran for like 9 hours straight.
yeah, well, I mean, I don't know when I started doing, 3 miles around the house, but I guess when I started doing Turkey Day 5Ks and, the Xterra and stuff, I wanted to, and I mean, I've always been fairly fast for a lanky white boy, but I would run around the house and it'd be 7 minutes and then I couldn't walk the next day or the next 3 days and my hips hurt and I had shin splints and
Yeah.
I would make a comment to my runner friends, like, you got to slow down. You got to slow down. You're running too hard. And so I tried to make it a point to slow down, and I couldn't do it because I'd go out and I think I would just like extend my stride longer. So it felt like I was just jogging, and I'd still be 7:30s or in the 6s sometimes just running. And then I'd still like be about to die when I got back. And like, I think to myself, I'm going to run 4 or 5 tonight. And then I'm 2.5 and I'm heading around the corner and I'm like, no, I can't. I'm dying. And then I look at the time and like, the only time that I can slow down apparently is when I have a pacer that I'm running with. So I'm
Forcing you into zone 1.
yeah. And it feels weird sometimes whenever you, like if you're feeling good, then everything's fine. We're running 10, 11, 12. But, when you get tired and it gets to be 14 or something like that, then it starts to feel like I can't, my stride gets a little weird, but I work around it.
Yeah, you could probably almost walk that pace.
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes
still
I
running.
do. You don't know it, but I'm walking up the hill behind you
Okay.
because of my long legs, but it doesn't matter. Like
I got short little legs, so I'm still running at a 14-minute pace.
yeah. So you have helped my running to just even believe that I can be an ultra marathon runner. Like that's a couple years ago, I'd be like, what? Like, yeah. So I didn't ever think I could actually run just a marathon, and then I skipped that completely, and
Yeah,
we
me too.
ran 30 something, right?
I skipped a half marathon also.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just went straight for I did a 15K in cold water, 15K in October. And I did a 50 in April.
Yeah.
15 to 50. Right. Because no one can tell you what order you're supposed to be doing your endurance events in.
Yeah, and that's something got in your head, and like, why not me, and why not you, and like other just normal people going out and deciding they're gonna be ultra runners, and they just do it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was before that quote, but
Well, to your question, I might be suffering a little bit on the bike training, but you're actually helping a lot on the running training, and if you add in the strength training that I wouldn't be doing without you,
true.
then it's probably a net positive, because it feels like I've been riding mountain bikes my entire life, and I got a pretty big base, and he's snoring.
The cat's
He's
snoring.
not impressed with our podcasting whatsoever.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if anyone can hear it, but he is snoring.
I promise you I can put in a solid month of bike training and get back to where I was if I lost anything.
Okay.
And like you said, there's life after Marji. What other duathlon is out there that we're going to find?
That is like Marji. None. I have not found anything like that.
Are we going to just shut the podcast down after Marji because we're not
No.
going to be duathletes anymore? But no, we're
'Cause
still going to be ultra runners and ultra riders, and who knows what we're going to get into. Everybody's going to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I have some ideas about what I'm going to get into, but yeah, still going to be 2 athletes doing probably 2 sports. I don't plan on giving up either biking or running. So,
Did
yeah,
you
I
want
mean,
to elaborate on the
curious.
training plan a little bit? On this, that was our topic tonight.
Oh,
Like day by day, what we're doing.
I mean, I think we kind of covered it, but yeah, if anyone was curious, it's going to be, we both have to be to work for 7 in the morning, so it works out really well to go to the gym before work. I'm not very good at doing, like, you could stack like a bike ride or a run and then do weightlifting, do your strength training, but I'm not very good at transitions, so I just like to lift before work. And then you go to work and you can kind of recover, and then you can basically hit legs again in the evening. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are 2-a-days. Because that's the other principle too. Like, just let your rest days be rest days. And then hit the other days as hard as you want to. So we have 6 workouts in 3 days. Tuesday night is a bike or trainer ride. I've been sticking to the trainer. Wednesday night's a run. Thursday's supposed to be a mountain bike, but trying to adjust to the weight training load and getting up early, and the trails being kind of wet, and I don't know. I think I've made a couple group rides, and I've made some Zwift rides too. But I don't know. That's just life, trying to get all your training in. But I've done at least trying to get on the trainer Thursday night at minimum if I'm not going to be on the mountain bike. And then Saturday and Sunday, try to do it in the order of the event. So your long ride is on Saturday, and then your long run is on Sunday. Because I will probably never be running an event. Well, I shouldn't say never, but Marji for sure not running that on fresh legs.
No.
That's going to be, you're going to be running on very tired, fatigued mountain bike legs. So that's why the run is normally, unless something weird happens, the run is always on Sunday. Because we rode bikes the day before.
You know what we should do? I'm doing freaking 100-mile mountain bike race coming up. But you're doing 65, right?
Yeah.
We should try to run right after you get done. and see what it feels like.
Run directly after?
Directly. Like we got to transition.
Ew.
Because like when you got done with Big Frog, you seemed pretty fresh.
I know.
But you didn't try to go run
I don't plan
until
on
the next day.
I know. I don't plan on being that fresh after wilderness.
Are you going to race harder?
Yeah.
You're going to push harder?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need to push on Marji to get, if we're going to get the buckle, or we're going to finish before Tuesday.
I know. I hear you. I just wasn't the strategy for Marji though is that you have 100 miles.
Yeah.
Like the strategy for wilderness is I have 100K. So that'll be my second time doing that kind of event. So I was going to definitely push that harder than I did in April. And I feel like I should be able to push it harder because I've been doing strength training and I've been on the mountain bike more and I've been doing the rides and I'm a lot. I mean, your summertime fitness, at least for me, my summertime fitness is a lot better normally than my spring fitness. So I was hoping to get a better time.
And yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, and I
mean, we don't know what the course is like. I kind of do because I've ridden in that area.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to you can Google Street View some of the course.
Yeah.
You can kind of see some of the trailheads too. But you can kind of see that there's some segments named hike a bike. Like literally, it's like Black Death hike a bike area or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm
putting the bike on your shoulder and crawling up a rock ledge or something. Yeah, like
something. See, that's what those sled pushes are good for, is pushing your bike up.
Yeah.
Hills.
Oh my God. The first time we did the sled push, I was like, I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I can push 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, get on this, Shayna. Like, I was trying to get you to stand on it, and you're like, no, there's people in here. I'm not doing that. And then after we did the hill repeats the day before.
Yeah, and then we couldn't hardly push.
It was like 70 pounds, and I wasn't running.
No. I tried that, and then I ended up walking. And then
that is crazy how much that affects your strength. Just not being recovered.
Yeah. So, I'm
sorry. I want to go back to Tuesday. Tuesday and talk about riding inside. Like, because that's probably, if you set up the training schedule, Tuesday's a trainer ride. But I have an outside ride that I do, like a group ride. But I also have a backup trainer ride. Like on my schedule on Trainer Road, I'm doing a trainer ride on Tuesday and Thursday, actually. So, and I struggle sometimes with, am I getting the same workout? And I think other people do too. Like if you're not going out there outside with a power meter and doing your actual workout, which you'd probably have to do on the road or gravel. So I don't have a power meter, on any of my bikes right now. So I'm just going out and trying to ride hard on Tuesday. But like you've had issues with Trainer Road, keeping up your your FTP, and so that's kind of an issue for me. I don't know. Like I feel like if I just did the indoor trainer rides, then it's like, okay, this is going to be your FTP. It's going to be 300 in 2 weeks if you keep to this schedule, but I'm not really keeping to that schedule. So, I wonder if I'm hurting myself there, but I also feels like I've been doing these group rides for a long time, and I enjoy seeing the people and talking to them and just interacting and watching people getting stronger and people getting fat. There's so many people that's just like getting so fast lately. And
yeah. So, that's kind of the whole point of why we do this, right? It's a hobby. Like we do this for fun. Like it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to go do things with our friends. So like if that brings you joy to go ride with your friends and you ride really hard, and I know that you pull the group a lot, and I know that you don't let anyone attack you like ever. So I'm sure you're getting a good workout in. And I don't think anyone can honestly say that going out and riding 40 miles on a road bike is somehow less than a software designed training program. Like, okay, so maybe you're not hitting exact numbers, but if you're out having fun and you're getting a good if you feel like you're getting a good workout in, then okay, then just put the group ride on as part of your training schedule. Like,
so you think you're doing you have an hour trainer ride that's got intervals in it.
Yeah.
And you'd be sweating and you'd be like
struggling
to get through those 2-minute intervals or whatever when you're on your trainer, as opposed to going out and riding your favorite trail with the group not as hard as you can, but obviously you have, some steep climbs where you're putting power down, and you have sections where you're hitting it pretty hard. And is it equivalent, without having all the data and the power meter and the heart rate and the TSS and like that. I guess I could dive into that, if I probably should put a power meter on the bike that I'm riding all the time, so I can just put my mind at ease that I'm getting a good enough workout.
I mean, you could dive into all that, but well, like the thing is too, like, well, like you have to ask yourself, why. Like, why are you riding your bike, and why are you training, and which one has priority? If the group rides have priority and that brings you joy, then okay, go do that. But if you in your head think that you're taking your training more seriously by doing an indoor workout, by hitting the power numbers and by training your system in like that threshold and sweet spot zone, I guess in that VO2 zone, like if you're trying to train your system to accomplish something very specific, well, then you should probably do your train workout, I guess, if you had to pick one. But
yeah, that's what you're doing.
Because
if somebody asked me what's Shayna doing, she's
Shayna's
training.
doing a
She's
trainer
training for
workout.
Marji. She's not having fun group riding right now this
No.
year, which I still am.
But also, it's easier. It's easier for me, logistically, to not try to get ready for a group ride. Period. I guess that's the end of the sentence. It's easier for me to not try to get ready for a group ride and put my bike on the car and get all my duffel bag stuff. Like, the amount of mental energy it takes me to like do some things is ridiculous. So sometimes I just like cut that out. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. All of my stuff to get on the trainer is at the house. So all I need to do is make it from work to the house and onto the trainer.
So it's a detriment to your workout if all you had was get all your stuff ready and make it to a group ride at a certain time.
And then make it to a group ride at a certain time.
Getting back.
And then it spirals, because I've tried to do this before, where it spirals into bullshitting after the group ride, which everyone likes to do. Let's bullshit and talk and whatever and catch up, and like I like seeing all of you guys too. But then now I'm getting home at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm supposed to turn around and get back up into the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, no, that's not going to work for me. And then group rides don't start till 6 o'clock at night. So then it's like, I get off of work at 3:30, and if I had all my ducks in a row and everything was perfect and I got it all perfectly lined out and my bike was on my car from work, right?
Right.
Because we
take it to work with you.
Right. We don't live in a place where we can just ride off of our work, or we can't ride from our back door onto a trail. Like, this isn't Bentonville, and this isn't some other nice, cute little city with mountain bike trails and beautiful mountains.
It's 25 minutes to the group ride.
Right. So
for
now
biking, and it's probably 25 minutes.
Just round up. It's
an
an hour commute just to a group ride. I get off of work at 3:30. So everything has to line up perfect for me to make it to a group ride, and I'm still getting back home late. And now I'm not getting enough sleep. And now I'm missing training because I'm not getting enough sleep, and my recovery sucks. So it's just easier to be like, no. Just no. Like, I'm going to find, for my runs on Wednesdays, like, I do like to run outside, but I'm going to find the closest hills I can go repeat on. And
yeah, just time management.
That's like 5 minutes away. And if we decide to go over to the west side and do repeats over there, like, I'm going to be trying to have half of my running stuff like staged to come home and get ready for it.
Walk in the door, take your boots off, put your running shoes on, go right back out the door.
Yeah, basically. Or have everything in your car already. I mean, it's just, if you're trying to do 2 workouts a day and you're trying to get 8 hours of sleep, that is a whole second job. Basically, that's a whole second job.
But you're training for a mountain bike race, so you decided you're going to show up to Thursday group ride.
I did, yeah.
That's going to be the mountain bike day, outside riding.
Well, yeah, because I need some skills work, and I have like really bad, not all the time, but occasionally have a really bad mountain bike anxiety that we could fill up a whole other podcast with, probably,
That'll be episode 5,
or 6
mountain
or
bike skills.
7 or whatever. Yeah. Whenever I feel like talking about it.
And you have some group ride anxiety just from when you first started clipping in and not real confident, and like we stop a lot and people would stop to point out a damn turtle and look at this, fungi on the tree.
Yeah, and I love all
you'd
that
be
stuff
like,
too.
Gosh, damn it, would you stop?
That too. Like, I also hate stopping.
Is that what it is though? It's just like not.
No, I mean, it's not just that. No, it's just like the actual stopping and getting eaten by mosquitoes and sweating to death, and everyone just like bullshitting about stuff. And like, see, now I just sound like I'm hating on group rides.
I mean, you're just there to train. There's guys like that and women like that. You only have a limited amount of time, so you want to maximize the time that you're doing the thing.
Right, and then I'm like, okay, why am I showing up to a group ride at all when I could just come out here and train by myself? Like, why am I even making a Thursday a priority when I'm just kind of an asshole, and I don't like the way the group rides are?
Well, you might be an asshole, but everyone loves seeing you. And
I know.
They're glad that you showed up, and they always ask about you. And
they're like, hey, and they're like, it's 7:00 and I'm tired. I'm going home now.
But the one time you were actually riding really well and making all the stuff, all the hills and all the features, and you mentioned like being in the middle of the group and knowing somebody was coming up behind you made you push a little harder and do some things that you maybe wouldn't have if you were by yourself. So that can be a thing too.
Right.
Just a little bit of extra pressure.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. I don't know if you can cut that out. That's banged on the mic.
Yeah, I can cut everything out. Like last time I was just yesterday, I showed up and to ride by myself basically because I didn't know I was going to be there at Scales, and it turns out it was like a bunch of teammates there. So we rode together, and when I'm in front of the group, I don't like it. I don't like leading, for the simple fact that I don't feel like I'm with a group. I might as well be riding by myself. I can hear chatter. I know they're back there, but as soon as I get in the back, I'm like immediately having fun again. Like it feels like a race or it feels like a group ride, and I can see everybody doing the things, and my brain just likes it more that way. And I've always been, I guess because I've raced XC for a long time and got used to it, riding so close. I'm right there in somebody's pocket the whole time. And
I don't like that.
You don't like that when I ride, but you do ride better when I'm behind you.
I don't like riding. I mean, I really don't like riding in a pack of mountain bikers anyway. But
yeah, I mean,
I'm not very experienced.
You didn't love the XC racing career.
I also didn't love that either.
I mean, you did well.
I only raced a novice for like a year, and
So?
then I didn't race after that.
I mean, you still raced on the same trails that everybody did, and you finished them.
Okay. I mean,
shortened versions.
I know you're trying to hype me up a little bit, but it's like they only let you.
Well, you like got a bike the year before, and then you started racing XC. So
okay, true.
Give yourself some credit.
I know. I should give myself some credit for getting a bike during COVID and then literally racing cross country, like not very long afterwards, with very little mountain bike training.
So, since I know that you ride better, I'm always behind you because this is what we do.
You have a lot more skill than I do, though, to ride behind me. Like, I can't ride behind somebody that's a little unskilled because I also can't, stuff that happens, like, abruptly. Like, I just end up stopping.
Yeah.
I end up stopping and putting a foot down where other people are kind of like, they can process what's happening abruptly and then correct for it and then stay on their bike. And like, I don't know, I just get so frustrated if I can't really understand, like, if it ends up turning into a group Congo line and people are slamming on their brakes and like I end up putting a foot down and then I'm behind, and now I'm the one in the middle that separated the whole group out. I'm just like whining right now about this group rides again. I'm just like whining, but I don't know, it just like gets to me where I don't know, I'd just rather ride.
I mean, everybody probably feels, those things too.
Not when the whole group is faster than you.
There's always somebody who's slower than everybody else, and it
me.
frustrates them, and they don't want to show up, but they do. Like you've always got. I don't want anybody to wait on me, and like I don't like when you're the slowest person, and there's the stops to let everybody catch up. You don't get any rest, because as soon as you pull up, they're like, "You ready to go? You guys ready to go?" No, how about give me a couple minutes? You guys got to sit here for 5 minutes, and I'm dying.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely when I was first started mountain biking. That was me on the Tuesday group rides, like trying to catch up, and then everyone kind of taking off without you. And I mean, yeah, I've come a long way since then. Now I've turned into like this.
You can keep up on Thursdays now.
I know I'm like a diva though, and I'm like I don't want to stop though. Like just keep going. Like, can we just do consecutive laps? Like, just keep going.
Well, I mean, we talked about that. We talked about Tuesday was the beginner ride. You guys do the stops and catch ups, and
I know.
Thursday we're just gonna ride hard and not stop. But it's difficult to keep riding and look back and there's no one. And
not for me. No, you just keep going. I'm good with it because it's me back there, and I'm also fine.
Yeah, I know.
I'm also fine if I only
yourself.
see people on the road. Like, it's only an 11-mile loop. We're out there for like an hour. Like, I'd be fine if I just saw people on the road crossings. But again, now I'm just sounding like a giant hater on this podcast about group rides because I have group ride
you'll get back to them.
Anxiety.
I mean, you fluctuate. You like it and then you don't, and then you like gravel and you don't, and you like mountain biking, and I've grown used to that. Just
I really don't think I fluctuate that much. I think you're just interpreting everything as black and white, whereas I just see myself as like one big giant gray area where I'm just in a different part of the gray area. Like, it's not.
No, I've seen you be excited about racing gravel and get a new gravel bike and upgrade this gravel bike and try to get faster at the gravel races and not ride mountain bike very much. And it just depends on what your goal is. That's fine.
I mean, but that doesn't make me not like gravel. It's just not the priority.
Right.
I'm just not enthused about it. I'm not excited about it.
And that's okay.
Yeah, like, that's fine. I just wanted to concentrate more on mountain bike.
Yeah, one of the guys that I tried to get, to invite to the gravel group, they're thinking he wouldn't show up because I always think that. Like, I invite everybody to everything, and then I'm surprised when someone actually does it. But he showed up to Wednesday gravel group on his mountain bike.
Nice.
And he was like, it's not really my thing.
Well,
he likes road and he likes mountain bike. And the same thing when David said the same thing. He shows up to Wednesday gravel, but he hates riding on gravel. He hates it. He's like, if someone says you want to go on a road ride, do a century, or you want to go on a mountain bike ride, yes. The gravel is like, I don't really like it. I just do it, for training.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's the whole reason why I got a gravel bike to begin with, was because I knew in the wintertime, like, the trails kind of got wet and you couldn't really ride a mountain bike, but you could definitely ride a gravel bike all winter long and keep that fitness. So that was the whole purpose of a gravel bike for me, was to just gain fitness.
So we're going to ride gravel this winter?
And it worked. I mean, if we can ride anything this winter, last winter is all ice.
Yeah.
We battled ice for like 2 months straight, basically. And then when we could get outside, we were running because we had a 50K. So, yeah, I don't know. And also, Ward County gravel is like junk. Like, that is some that's the nastiest gravel. I don't think I've raced on gravel that was that bad. As the little Ward County loop that we do.
It's nice.
That's like Champaign, Princess,
yeah.
Like, that's fast. It's
almost like Bentonville. Race on Bentonville gravel or Kansas gravel, and you'll be like, this ain't so bad. This ain't so bad around here.
I know, that stuff is so sharp.
So when we're doing a mountain bike ride training, everybody would think I'm not getting that much training, right? Well, I'm used to, like, I know scales and I know bin hauls, and the places we ride, like, I can put down power at the right time to not have to climb an entire hill almost every time. So when we're riding slower, I'm climbing the whole thing. I'm getting maybe a better workout sometimes riding behind you. And I know, like you've mentioned, like when I get in front, if you're like, I'm tired of getting spider webs in my face, so I'm out.
I was really bad that one day.
Yeah. But as soon as I get in front, I'm heavier. I weigh twice as much as you. So every time there's a downhill, I'm just like coasting and I'm gone. And you don't have any gravity because you're tiny. So you're having to pedal downhill. And then you're like, oh, I can't keep up with him. And then you just kind of back off a little bit, like you get frustrated or you give up just a little bit, and then where'd she go? And I stop and wait on you, and it's fine. But I feel like you ride better when you're in front of me. So like, I don't care if I'm not getting the best possible workout every time we go ride. Like, if I wanted to do that, well, let's just break up, and I'll just be single, and I'll just go and do these hard mountain bike rides every time, and that's not what I'm choosing.
You're so funny. You could go ride. You could actually go train on your mountain bike if you wanted to. We could do separate workouts once in a while. Like, that would also be okay.
And what will we podcast about?
I don't know, everything else, literally, besides the 1 or 2 hard workouts that you do by yourself.
I mean, I can do that. Yeah.
You could
You're
go
gonna
do
have
that.
deload weeks and where you don't want to do stuff, and where you've got something else. And like, I could have yesterday, I could have just told everybody, you know what? I don't want to ride with you. I don't want to talk. I'm gonna put my head down, nose to the grindstone, and we'll see what I can do here. And yeah, I can do that whenever. So yeah, it's not you keeping me from training.
No.
I didn't mean to suggest that. I'm having a good time, and that means something.
Good. Yeah.
And we've hit the hour mark.
We have hit the unedited.
But we wore out
mark.
the topic this time, and we kind of stayed on topic.
Yeah, and I don't think I went over the agenda before we started, so
You get like caught up on that. Like, if you say what we're going to talk about in the beginning and we don't get there, you feel kind of bad. Like, we need
I
to.
do. Well, I feel like I'm letting people down. Like, we were going to talk about something, and then we didn't talk about
This
it.
is what our podcast is going to be, everyone. We're going to try to stay on and talk about some things, and then
I know. What if someone's like searching through looking for a specific topic, and they wanted to hear how 2 ordinary people do it, and they hear that we're going to talk about it, and then we just.
then they're going to listen to our entire podcast before they realize we didn't mention the thing.
I know. I'd be mad if the caption said something about it, or if the title said something about it.
I hope we don't piss off the 4 people that want to watch us.
I know. Well, it could be 4 or it could be 400. I just have standards, I guess, on how I want the. I don't want to be lying to people.
From now on, we'll pick 2 topics.
Well, that's what we did this
4,
time.
we never make it.
Well, yeah, we did 2 this time, and that was our training plan, and like training together.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we? Training plans with partners at different levels.
I know. I transitioned you onto the second
You
topic.
did that on purpose?
Yeah, I transitioned into the second topic, and you didn't
son
even notice. It's because I'm a good freaking host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, co-host.
I'm not offended.
I'm a good freaking co-host.
I can be manipulated sometimes and not be offended.
I was just following the plan.
Oh, okay. Okay, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Because we got to get up at 5.
Yeah, for the next 3 days of 2-a-days. So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks to everyone that's listened in so far. We'll put out another episode soon. Talk about more training. I definitely still want to talk about my DIY fuel mix that I've been experimenting with.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And using AI in training. So I guess I'll just like delete 2 bullet points and like add those 2 to the next episode. But yeah, I still want to talk about those. But yeah, I guess if you're seeing this on YouTube, like and subscribe. And shortly there will be podcasts put out on all the other major platforms.
Cool.
So yeah, if you just want to subscribe, give a listen, tell your friends if you think we're cool. We have relatable content.
We definitely have relatable content.
I hope so. But yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys next time.
Goodbye.